Yo, have you ever thought about having a second channel?
Do we need to define second channel syndrome first? Do the people does everyone know what that is? That feels really obvious to me, but is it important to define it before we begin?
Please tell us what second channel syndrome is.
All right, this is the Jake Webster's Dictionary second channel syndrome. A syndrome in which an individual feels that after gaining quite a bit of traction or success on a channel, having reached this point, feels trapped on that channel and decides that it's a good idea to just make a second one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that all the time.
Totally. Well, that's the problem, is I don't feel like I've made the first one succeed enough. So maybe we're gonna just be dogging on a subject that I have no right to make fun of. But I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. I think about it all the time, and I also am like, I probably shouldn't, because I should maybe like get the first one in the air.
I feel like we just have a good perspective on it because, like, we're the audience that they're marketing their like second channel to be like, if you just want to come along for the ride for like the unsolicited, just like uncut raw footage, just my hot takes, and we're all like, yeah,
we're here for that. Totally. Yeah. Well, I guess we can say it. That's what we're here to do today. We're here to look at some of our favorite creators and their second channels, and basically, in the esteemed opinion of Spencer and Jake, determine if we feel like the second channel was right, wrong, good. How are we defining it?
The speed round.
Speed round.
I think we should just put it in two categories, maybe three. Well, maybe we'll see. We'll see.
What's the third category?
Well, just the gray zone, but it's either got to be right or wrong,
Okay. I'm down. I think I can speak to that for most of these. So,
yeah.
Is there anything else we need to like get off our chests before we just get into it? We defined it. You and I clearly both have thought about it or have opinions on it. Yeah. Is there anything more in that space we need to say?
I don't think so.
Any context? I don't have a second channel.
Me neither.
Do you have a second channel?
If you're thinking about it, then watch this fully. Help our watch time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we've got a list of the people. Are we good top to bottom on this list? Or do we want to... I should have asked that before we started. I guess we just got to go top to bottom at this point.
Yeah, let's just run it.
Okay. Contestant. Person number 1. Patrick Tommaso.
To Masso.
Okay, honest to God, his second channel name is Fire. Absolute Fire.
Yeah.
Like, love the name. Honestly, I love the content too.
Did you take in his at on Patrick Tommaso's at Sloppy Steaks?
Yeah, Sloppy Steaks. Yeah, dude.
That's even better.
It's even better.
Okay, so this channel really goes... So on his main channel, he's like all about movie reviews and filmmaking.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he uses lowercase here too. Okay, I was going to say... In his second channel, he only uses lowercase letters, but I can't make that claim now.
No. Yeah, it's really okay. I would say, in my opinion, this one's a wrong. I think.
Oh, hands down, dude. Patrick.
Hands down a wrong?
He could combine them too. It's like he's trying to keep his hot takes away from the main channel, but like we all love him for his hot takes.
Right. Right. That's the thing, is like, I'd never understood like why there's any sort of like sanitized version of Patrick. That's the thing I don't understand. It's like, why is there even an attempt at being any sort of sanitized? Because it just doesn't feel like on brand. I don't know.
And I think there's like I'm looking at like his page right now, and it looked like it was just going to be like videos that weren't actually videos. Like it's like, hey, I just wanted to make this thing, so I made it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, still fits into you have an audience that wants to see that.
Yeah.
And now you're making us go somewhere else. Like, dude, I don't care what you shoot. I just want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch it on your main channel, you know?
Yeah. Well, and we're definitely going to get into that tonight. And I think that that's one of the most interesting paradigms of all of this is there's people that I feel very strongly that could literally do anything, and I'm here for it. But I do think there is some really nice splits here, which we'll get into. But this one, for some reason, for me, is just like, dude, like, we're here for you, your spiciness, and like, you know, whether you're slamming a meatball sub or like flaming Panasonic for something, like, I'm here for it, you know?
Maybe there's a thought process between like thought through ideas of the film analysis sides.
Yeah.
And like the unthought through things where it's him on camera thinking it through rather than like in an essay form.
Yeah.
And maybe like the fear of the ratio, like if you're putting up like just a bunch of random stuff, people might unsubscribe to be like, whoa, where's the Oppenheimer like review, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I can see how he got there, but please combine it. That's what it should be. It should be separate or combine. That's where we should go.
Yes. Agreed.
Separate or combined.
Agreed. Yep.
All right. Do Shafy Boy? You got something to say about Patrick?
No, I think I'm good on Patrick. I think I've spoken my piece. I agree with you. I think we can move on to
Evil Shaver.
Evil Schaefer.
The best filmmaker on the internet. Shaver Nickel. Yo, does Jake have a second channel?
I don't think so. Not that I've ever found. And I'm a pretty big Jake Frew fan, so I feel like I would have known.
He does
if that
talk
happened.
about having like burner Instagram accounts often, though.
Yes. Yes. I think he's got some burner Instagram accounts, which I'm not even sure if I've found those before. But yeah, what are you, I went first last time. What are you feeling on Schaefer and Evil Schaefer? I'm so curious.
I think it's like this to me feels like a public members channel.
Yes.
And I love that.
That's such a good take. Which, yeah, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. I guess it's fine. The funny thing is, though, is he has a membership on his main channel. Yeah.
I think because of where he's at in his career, like I can understand it, but again, combine.
Yeah.
Because like he's still building his brand, so if people come 30K, 40K, 50K and they're just like, "Oh, he puts out a video and then in between those videos he just takes down the outdoor or like ranks cameras or whatever." It's like, cool. That's what this channel is.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like lately on the second channel, it's mostly been like him just sitting at his desk, right? I mean, there's been a couple of funnier ones, but I think I'm curious on your thought on this because I was kind of having this happen this week where I'm working on a video and like I just got done with a video that took way too long. And again, it was great, awesome, like overall experience was fantastic, but to sit down and just like make another one sounds a little tiring. Like, but then ironically, I sat down to try to film something a little more chill and I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling it. Like I'll probably still make it because I've already shot it. But like, I think with Shafe, what I'm kind of intrigued by is that I feel like a lot of people, and maybe him included, are attracted to the easier version, which makes total sense. Like, I've been watching the crap out of Cody Ko lately. Dude just sits at his desk and reacts to stuff on Reddit, and like,
And
I
it's
mean, he's
hilarious.
hilarious. So of course I think, like, I watch so much of it, but like the effort there is pretty damn low.
Yeah, like it's basically the low lift version of the
Yeah.
channels, but
Yeah.
they become like, if the personality kind of is a part of the channel, I think they should just be combined.
I
And
agree.
on some level, well, at least for me, like Schaefer's personality, same with Patrick, like, is why I subscribed. Less about like, oh yeah, that's a really good take on that film, or like that's
Yeah.
a really thought provoking piece that Schaefer put out. I'm just like, oh no, I like his personality is funny,
Yeah.
or like the thoughts he has is cool on both
Totally.
of them.
And I think that dichotomy could still work great on his channel, where it's like, hey, this is like a really thoughtful film, which even his thoughtful films are just like caked with all kinds of satire, and you
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of jokingness going on, even if it is pretty serious. And so I feel like he could totally have like the low effort personality stuff. And again, it's one of those things where it's like, if I didn't know Evil Schaefer existed and then found out like way later, which I guess I don't know. I mean, relatively kind of yes.
Yeah.
No, I guess he only started with
It's pretty new.
it is pretty new. So this one I caught, but like, you know, 3 months down the road, like find this out, I'd be like, damn it. Are you kidding me?
It would be cool if YouTube like made, you know how Instagram has like that new like flip side thing?
Oh yeah.
I haven't used it at all, but I just know that it's like,
I haven't either.
for like, it's almost like a friend's close story type thing. Like, you post stuff there that you don't want everyone to see, and it's like you being silly or whatever. It would be
Right.
cool if YouTube had like the same sort of like, here's your like Vimeo showcase
Yep.
folder, and then here's your like whatever lo-fi folder that
Yeah.
people can go to if they like you. And it's
Yeah.
like, if they watch 10 videos, they unlock this folder, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
I think that
Here-
would be pretty cool.
That would be sweet. Here's your Cody Co folder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it into like their algorithm unless they become like an actual fan, because that at the core is like who's watching, you know. But if people are only watching like one or two, they don't want to see those like tier list videos, you know.
Right. Which again, those are great. I'm here for it.
Okay, wait. What's your take on Shave
I agree with you 100%. I say
combined?
should be combined, I think.
All right. All right.
Are we
that's
so
two
we're in
for
agreement.
combined. Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
It's first two combined, which my third one is combined as well.
Dude, that's fine. They're all going to be combined.
We're just trying to convince ourselves to stick with one channel is where we're heading here.
Okay.
Peter McKinnon,
The big guy,
the big dog.
the also Canadian man, who couldn't tell you what his second channel is anymore.
Oh, it was Pete's Pirate Life. That's what it was.
Right.
That's what it was. Which, honestly, I don't think he's posted to in a long time.
Okay, it's still active. It's got almost 100K, and the last video was 6 months ago.
Okay, so it's been a minute.
Yeah.
There's
only 12 videos on it.
Yeah. Maybe this one isn't super worth talking about, but I mean, this one I feel very similar to the first two, where like, as a massive Peter McKinnon fan, like, sure, I love his photography and like that's what he's known for on his main channel, but I absolutely will watch you go hang out with Dirty Howard and build your truck. You know, like,
yeah. I think for a long time, it was his personality that took over the channel, and it was himself that put himself in a box to be like, people are here for my photography, like 2-minute Tuesdays, and I'm like, bro, I would much rather you go drive a truck, because we're here to get entertained, not how to, like, sure, whatever. I get you feel obligated to move Lightroom sliders around, but
yeah.
you could never post one of those videos again, and we'd all be okay.
Oh, for sure. Well, and again, it's just like not super necessary. And that's where he shines, is in like the storytelling of photography, right? Like bucket list, I think we're going to get that Red Bull video. It's like, yeah, like tell me how, like whether or not you think that picture is good, bad, or whatever, like the story behind it is the most interesting part anyway. And like, he's really good at that. And that's what's funny about like the truck stuff is it's like, dude, you put pictures of the trucks in those videos constantly. Like it's still very photography heavy, like you're not just doing the truck, but yeah, I totally should be combined.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the only reason the second this would have made more sense if it was like a merch channel.
Yeah.
Like merch film.
Yes.
Because that's Pete's Pirate Life, right?
Right. That was what was weird to me too, is he's got like a whole product line. I don't think he made any videos about any of that stuff on there. Which, of course, hey, you know why he did that? Because he probably wants to sell it. And so he went to the biggest channel he's got.
True.
Although, that's kind of dumb, too, because he always ran out of stuff. So it's not like he was hurting for needing people to see it. So maybe that's not accurate. But, yeah.
All right, Gox.
I think this might be my first not combined.
I subscribed to Gox 2 before I subscribed to Gox.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Kinda, but well,
it makes sense
for those who don't know, Gox 2 is a filmmaking channel.
Yeah,
I guess I think I would call it that.
Yeah, it's like
it's a
basically
vibes channel.
Yeah, it's like him traveling, essentially. Yeah. Which is so simple, but the shots are just so nice.
Yeah, he is like a master of color and composition.
Which makes sense because, like he's an artist and that's his main channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I clicked the subscribe button off Gox 2 and definitely don't miss a video on that channel.
Nope.
I think I kind of agree with you.
I think so. I think this is the first one, and I'm trying to... Yeah, what is it about this one that feels right in the split? I think the subject matter is pretty... And the style?
Length. Also length.
Also
Gox
length.
2 is only like... I can kind of count on that'll be like 1 to 3 minutes that I'm going to be in for a video. And I was like, Mexico City or like whatever it is. I'm like, cool, I can spend 3 minutes. Versus like I finished a sketchbook in 24 hours, it's like, okay, I'm about to go on a journey versus just like look at pretty things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. This is so interesting because it's not too unlike the other people in that if I saw if I saw a Gox 2 video on a Gox channel, I'd kind of be like, wait, what is this? That is so, dude, this is really breaking my brain. I
would be curious to know when Gox 2 started.
Yeah, me too.
Hold on, I'm going to do some deep diving here. Okay. 2017, Gox art became to be. And Gox 2 started in 2021. So he was like 4 years into... Wait, 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so he already had an audience. And I do think this also plays a key role into like, okay, my channel is niched into art. Mm-hmm. And I want to make something usually, like you're saying, lo-fi, right?
Yep.
Lower lift. I'm going on a trip. I just want to film pretty things. I don't really want to have to work on this whole narrative structure story.
Yep.
So I'm going to post a thing about clouds.
Yep.
And it's a minute long.
Yeah.
Okay, this gets a pass. But also combine.
I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, let's keep going because there's a couple others on here that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
This
know.
one also could be separate.
Yeah, I was gonna say the next one. I think I feel the same way, which is weird.
'Cause
Okay, so the
they
next one is
are two.
MKBHD and the studio channel. This one's maybe, I don't know if this one actually is a good one to talk about, but I mean, it kind of is because it's still
No,
Marquez
it is.
in both. But one is very much like the 10-minute polished product review. I mean, we all know who MKBHD is, like the most polished product reviews ever. And then the studio is just BTS and shenanigans. And like, I do think that it's good that they're separate because the marketing and like what I come to expect from one over the other is completely different.
Okay. Here's my take from this, I guess, is that MKBHD could fit into the studio channel, but the studio can't fit into the OG channel.
Yeah. It's a great take.
Because like this is a perfect example of a channel who has like they have a bunch of different like I'll call it series for a lack of a better word here. So that like you kind of know like what you're getting or who you're getting into when you click a video. So to inject like highly polished product videos from Marquez in here, it would just, be the once a month like, oh, I know what I'm going to get with this video. You know what I mean? And that makes sense to my brain.
Yes. Agreed.
And they're all like characters in themselves, which I think is really cool. And I wish more channels did this because there's so many teams that are working with YouTubers that like Colin and Samir do a good job of it, like very organically. Every once in a while they'll be like in a car and it's just like, this is our team,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think separate.
Total side tangent. Do you watch Answers in Progress? They do this where they rotate between 3 hosts and it's crazy. And the fact that they're able to do that breaks my brain.
I've thought about this actually. Yeah.
But it's like edutainment type stuff. So, I mean, they're on brand. It's just they take turns making videos. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah. Which makes a channel stronger, honestly. Dude, when I actually started the Creative Herd, in my head, I was just like, I'm going to find other hosts. And that way, because it just like snowplows like basically the productivity of like how much you can actually get out.
Yes.
And also you create a network within each other. So you can like be with other hosts. Those hosts can be on their own. You can have all the hosts together plus a guest. Or like there's just so many different varieties. Like Answers in Progress could have 2 hosts in a video. And now it's like this, it's like a more quirky version of it because they get to interact and do their own thing.
Yeah.
Same with the Verge. The Verge does a great job at that as well.
True.
Having different characters for different things. So like what's about to happen or like what kind of video it is depending who you're watching.
Yeah. Yep. Are you here for a Becca video or
Exactly.
who else? Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Okay. We're skipping that one. So let's go to
Okay.
right? Yeah, let's go to the next one, which is
Hayden. Oh man, the editing man.
I don't know if this one's
Yo, have you had him on your show?
No, I haven't. I've talked to a couple of people that say they could maybe make it happen, but I've been waiting for that to see if I could do it organically first. Which I haven't reached out to him because I'm nervous and scared. But one day, I think I might try. This one's interesting because I put it down maybe more to just like get your opinion on if you think it's even worth the debate. Because, I mean, really it does feel like a pretty separate project to me. And I think this one I'm okay with it being separate. But I'm almost okay with it being separate because it feels like it's just the new thing that he's doing. Like he still posts to his old channel, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like the energy is there. Maybe not.
Yeah.
And I'm all for moving to what's calling you, right? So like if the podcast is calling him right now, like start a new thing, do that, build it. So I guess I'm surprised he posts to Hayden Hillier Smith at all. But I feel like he posted that super long video that I have yet to watch of him like flaming Mr. Beast's editing
for
or something.
like an hour. Yeah.
I was like, damn, I want to watch this, but I gotta sit down.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing, though, that I think. Well, now that I think about it, they're kind of the same. Because I was gonna say, his channel, although he's an amazing editor and amazing at the ways he explains it, it's kind of always based off like, okay, we're gonna look at this. You know, we're gonna roast Mr. Beast for 1 hour straight on these edits, or we're gonna look at like why this went viral.
Yeah.
Maybe to him, it thought like the editing podcast was a brand new idea, but it's just a remix of himself.
Yeah. With a new co-host to probably help lift the mental load.
Right. Yeah. So maybe, and honestly,
which we could relate with.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I'm just like, okay. As soon as like somebody else comes in the picture, it just makes sense to start a new channel.
Yeah.
That I think, that's the gray area that we found.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, okay, we lied. We said we didn't have second channels, but we kind of actually do, sort of. I don't know. We don't really know what we're doing, but like the creative herd is maybe our second channel.
It really depends like where this gets posted.
Okay.
The people will be like, what?
Yeah, what? You don't have to say what? We just...
Okay.
You know what? Let's just give up.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Floberg. I want to watch. What's Floberg's last video?
Well, they're making that documentary. I feel like it was something around that.
Oh, dude,
no,
yeah,
it was.
they're done
It was
now.
actually talking about his running video and breaking it down, wasn't it? Like I feel like it was kind of pushing that channel. Was his latest one.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing too. When you start a second channel, you're like, okay, now do I have to like make throws back and forth to be like, go see my lo-fi channel because I posted this.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, but that this one. So full disclosure, I don't really watch his running channel. I, for the first time in my life, have done a little bit of running lately.
Nice.
But I am not someone who's probably, I don't know, I shouldn't jinx it, but I don't take it seriously. I'm just doing it because, like, little cardio, trying to maybe, like, keep some of the beer monsters away from the old gut.
Dude, I feel ya.
Like, that being said, this one's weird to me because in some ways it feels like, yeah, of course you have to split this. Like you have a filmmaking channel and then you're doing a running channel. Like those are totally different. But then like you said, he always talks about on his filmmaking channel, he's like, this is what sets my running channel apart is how cinematic it is. And let's talk about how I made it so cinematic and why that's so much better than what everyone else is doing. And it's like, it's just weird to like...
It gives him the product to do it.
Yeah, like pitch it? I don't know.
It's almost like, you know how Danny like makes films and then the following week he breaks them down? Like,
yeah, why not just do that?
Kind of, he could have went that route, but this does feel like a good separation because like I could not even know that channel exists, you know?
Right.
Floberg runs.
Yeah, if he didn't say a word.
And he could kill this channel and have a segmented audience, you know? Like some of those people could be like, holy shit, these are the best running videos on the internet.
Right.
I don't care about filmmaking at all.
Yeah. Well, and clearly he's like a good runner because, I mean, I can't remember what his marathon time was recently, but it was like
fast.
Way faster than Casey Neistat's like 17-year-old marathon video, I think. If I don't remember the numbers, but you know, like dude is doing it. Yeah. Like he's not just like trying to do it. Like he's
got
doing
the dad
it.
strides.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so hold on. So we agreed
separate.
Hayden and Editing podcast got a pass. Does this get a pass? This is a splitter? Okay.
I'm giving him the split because if he posted that on this channel, it doesn't, like, these actually feel separate to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Just in the way that it's like consistent, the consistency of it.
Yeah.
Like when you really, man, this makes me question my whole life.
I know. I'm literally like, as we go through each one, I'm like, yeah, this is why I feel this way. And then we go to the next one. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Like I'm like just thinking of my own channel. It's like, I edit your photos in Lightroom. I'm like, cool. I do like tutorials and stuff, but then sometimes I want to make something about like skateboarding. I'm like, oh, should I start a skateboarding channel?
But
okay, we should do Jesse after that.
I feel like when we get through all of this, we need to have some kind of recap because I feel like the more we talk, the more I'm getting a lot of thoughts here. But okay, so we're doing Jesse next.
Did you ever skip? Yeah, because I just brought up skateboarding. Did you ever follow his Dirtfoot channel?
Yeah, it's the best channel on the internet.
But the thing, the thing with me is that, like, again, he's kind of a personality and he skateboards in his main channel.
Yeah, this one should not have been split, in my opinion.
This was a procrastination thing, I feel like, for him.
Yeah, for sure. It was, which I think he even admitted to, like, to us in that channel of just like, I think I'm just kind of screwing off here. Sorry. Like, we'll see what happens.
Dude, this channel's so hard to find. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I should have been recording my screen this whole time.
You should have, because that would have been kind of funny to see you, like, look for that one. Yeah, that's what's so interesting. And I feel like this is another data point to like circle back on in the end. But like personality, like if you've got the personality, you can get away with murder. And Jesse, which again, maybe not everyone feels that way about people, but like Jesse is one of those people that I'm like, I mean, like I watched his like hair loss video and I was like, this is a masterpiece, you know?
Okay,
like,
but what about, because these are similar to me now that I think about it. Okay, so Jesse and Eric, and they both have their hobby channels. Yeah. Why does it make sense for Jesse to only have one channel where it makes sense for Eric to have two?
Okay, so this is where maybe my point is getting made, which is that personally, I don't know if Eric's personality does it for me the same way Jesse's does.
Right. Okay.
Which maybe is subjective, right?
It's
like maybe
totally.
Maybe you love Eric, and I mean I think he's great in a lot of ways, but I don't feel as passionate about his personality as I feel about Jesse's.
Okay, that's a valid point. Yeah, subjective, but super valid.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not that Eric's personality is bad, but like I just literally like cannot get enough Jesse.
Yeah, I wonder what that is when people speak and you're like, dude, you could talk about anything.
Yeah. It's what you and I hope maybe will happen.
Maybe it's
for a few people out there.
Yeah, it's maybe the ADHD brain that Jesse, the neurodivergent, whereas like
maybe
Eric's just like focused.
Yeah.
And stable.
Could be, dude. Could be. It's not a bad theory.
Yeah, a theory at best. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, so Jesse combined. Have we disagreed on any of these, or have we both agreed on everything?
I think we're pretty in sync.
We're pretty in sync.
Yeah, not a fiery podcast at all.
No. Except for you. Okay. Colin and Samir next.
Hot combine, guys.
I don't know.
What were you even doing? I love that they did it though, because it allowed them to explore something new.
Yeah.
And this is something that we just don't know at this point in our careers because like we don't have that pressure. But those dudes were like reiterating for so long. Like they're not new. Like this isn't the first time that they were like, oh, let's let's try to restart, you know? Like they've shared their story
Right.
a bunch of times. So like it's
Yeah.
just funny that like making a new channel made such an impact on them and they didn't need it.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on this one because I feel like everything that was made on creator support absolutely could be on the main. Well, here's the thing. Okay. I've kind of thought about this a lot and I'm trying to figure out how to be better at it. I think that if you like one channel, well, it's kind of like answers in progress. Like I think one channel can be the home to multiple different things. And if you literally had like creator support in the title or a different type of thumbnail to indicate to me like, hey, this is just Colin and Samir answering questions, shooting the shit. Like they're not getting in the weeds with another creator. Like I'm still going to watch it because it's still super insightful and it's totally in the same universe of like, I love both of them and they're still providing a ton of value. But then, yeah, like black background, yellow text, another creator's face, like that's a Colin and Samir podcast with someone else. And like, even if I don't know the creator, I'm watching it.
Yeah. Dude, their banter is so good.
It's so good.
Just between them. But yeah, they're always like really prepped.
Yeah. Super prepped.
They're like the hot ones of the
creator.
Like the creator podcast zone.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I would combine this one too.
Yeah, no.
Even them sitting in the car, same thing. Have that just be like another series or something.
Yeah, genius. I'm curious why they like I haven't really seen much from the creator support. Maybe because it's basically the podcast.
They're not
now.
doing it anymore, I think. What did they say? They had a video recently talking about it. I think
they canned it. Well, they I remember them like shutting down that channel almost. They like were
yeah.
I don't really know what it was, but
which again is why it all just needs to be in one place so that I don't lose track of it.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's just like it leaves it in like, do I unsubscribe? What like?
Yeah.
What do I do?
What do I do? I guess I stay subscribed until you delete it. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, the next one's good. This one's good.
This one is probably the one I feel the most passionate about in terms of.
Oh man, okay. You go first. This is the best channel on the internet, Corridor Crew.
And it should be separate from Corridor. I don't know why I just said it like I'm from Idaho.
Corridor Crew. Okay, you feel like that? Why do you feel like that? Are we about to fight?
I don't know. Well, okay. No, I like, okay, good. This is a good one to end on. Like we're actually maybe going to have some dissonance here. I don't know like what we would fight. Okay. Let me think about my thoughts here because again, I'm so easily swayed to go either direction. But on this one, like I feel like the Corridor channel is just the home of like
viral internet sensations.
Viral, unhinged videos that no one else can make. And like having that as the landing page makes it just like, you know, a solid gold like website header, you know, like it's like this is where you go to like send grandma Superman flying or, you know, whatever, like all the stuff that they do. 'Cause like I think that if you had VFX artists react sandwiched between those videos, I don't think it works, dude. I don't know. Why is that? I'm trying to like question my own thought process here, but it doesn't work for me.
I'm diving into their channel. Okay, so Corridor has 9.9 million subscribers.
It's huge. And they don't even post that frequently. They just make viral, insane videos.
Yeah. You know what? Not as viral as you might think.
Really? Lately or for
lately. Of all time, like there's some big hitters. Like every once in a while, it's like 2 million.
Yeah.
This one, 2 million, 5 million, 32 million. That's crazy. Damn, I wonder how much money that thing made.
Yeah.
32 million.
32 is a lot. But how long is it? It's probably not
Like
even 8 minutes.
4 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
But probably 100% retention rate.
probably.
Yeah, there's definitely some good things. Okay, I am slowly seeing your point here of like every single video on here is basically like an epic short, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
this is YouTube's purpose.
Yeah. Like this is the way the gods intended YouTube to be.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love the Corridor Crew channel for what it is. Like everything. And the funny thing too is there's a lot of series on the Corridor Crew channel though. That's what's even more hilarious about this whole thing is there's VFX Artists React. There's Jordan and Matt trying to do some unhinged like borderline not PC special effect remake. There's Ren and his like science experiments and science videos. Like they have so much diversity even on the Crew channel,
Okay,
which kind of blows my mind.
Let me flip this to you then.
Okay.
If Corridor's separate,
Yeah.
should Corridor Crew in their podcast Corridor Cast be one channel?
I haven't listened to it in a long time, honestly.
Me neither.
Which is why, well, it is separate. Is it not separate? Wait,
It's a separate channel.
Yeah, and I think I'm okay with that. Which
So they have
is
three
making
channels.
me question myself.
So they have 3 channels, yeah. But each of those videos is like literally an hour long. No heavy lifting. Literally just like sometimes the way they film it even hurts my brain because it'll be like they're all in separate rooms, but it'll be like all in the same room, but it'll be a split screen for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you what? You guys are in the same room.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was hoping that this video would make me like feel more solidified in my emotions on my own channel, and now I think I'm more confused.
It didn't really, yeah.
It didn't answer what I was hoping.
It almost makes me want to start like my own YouTube channel and then make a DaVinci Resolve tutorial.
Like a Spencer Vibes channel and then a DaVinci channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that would be very like Gox kind of style, where you have like one very focused thing that's technical, even though his is pretty story heavy, and then just like something that's really chill.
The thing that is crazy about it is just like when you don't have an audience, it just doesn't matter. Because I couldn't imagine like posting the videos that I want to make,
Right.
which who knows what that is, like a camcorder video or something, to like a no-name YouTube channel that's like Spenny2, _2, that gets like 4 views, and I'm just like, why?
You've got like Todd, who's like, this is the best thing ever, dude. He's like the only guy watching it.
Dude. Yeah, like at least right now I have like some trickle over people who will be like, cool, man, and I see their name on a tutorial, and I also see them on like a film that I'll make.
Yeah.
You know, like I like that. I like that there's support crossover.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm holding on to, is that there's like faith for like, okay, I can give you a tutorial, but also I can do more tricks.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. And I don't know. Now I'm like sitting here like being like, what would I do if I were you? What would I do? And I don't think I'd make a second channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think maybe this is a good question. So like, let's pretend hypothetically that next DaVinci Resolve tutorial that you make, 2 weeks from now or whatever, explodes. Like it's just like takes off. Where does that put you mentally? Do you stop wanting to do the second stuff, or does that make you go, ugh, this is working finally, maybe I should stop the second thing?
No, because I've tried to stop making tutorials, oddly enough. Like, It's not
Okay.
something that I overly enjoy, but when I find something that I'm like, ooh, that tickles.
Saucy.
Yeah, that tickles a nice part of my brain. I'm like, I think I kind of want to share that because like,
Yeah.
or if something like pissed me off and I was trying to figure it out, I was like, yo, this needs to be on the internet. Like
Yes.
I have some videos that I think every once in a while, maybe there's like 1 or 2 comments a year that's like, holy shit, was looking for this everywhere. And I was just
Yeah.
like, yep, I know.
You were. You definitely were. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no shit. That's why I made it. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
and it will, will continue to serve like 3 people a year. But for the most
Those
part,
3 people love you.
I'm thinking more about consistency right now because I'm like, I don't
yeah.
like all the film ideas. I'm like, sure, okay, like that is me, and I have no problem sharing them on my main channel. But I think if I wanted to start like a skateboarding channel, where it's just like progression almost, like a progression channel,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yo guys, we're gonna like go skateboarding weekly, and like I'm just gonna like film.
Yeah.
I don't think that fits anymore because now you're like all of a sudden segmenting the audience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that. I think the frequency
Yeah.
is a big thing. Because
Yeah.
you could post a Lego fan film. You know what I mean? Once. And it would be cool and it would make sense. But if you did that every week, maybe new channel.
Wait, me or you?
Either one of us, doesn't matter.
Either one of us. Yeah. 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 Totally. Well, maybe that's what I'm like trying to be hyper aware of is like kind of finding that niche that wants to stay on one channel and the reasons that that makes sense, but still gives you some of that flexibility. Like you're saying, it's like the skateboarding thing doesn't make sense because it's out of sort of that niche. But I mean, you could totally, but this is what's interesting. And I've thought about that. In fact, I was thinking about this week. I was like, dang, I kind of haven't flexed like my filmmaking muscles in forever, which is kind of what I used to do all the time. And I don't really miss it, but it probably would be good for me to like do it every once in a while and have fun with it. And so then I kind of got this idea of like, well, what if I went and shot like a fake commercial? My thought was kind of like my sister and her boyfriend are super into like fitness and exercise stuff. I was like, what if we just went and tried to make like a fitness commercial?
Yeah.
But then really the focus of the video is like, hey, I tried to edit this like the fitnessy style, right? So like there's all the other stuff that's very much a part of it, but very condensed, not the focus. And then the focus is the editing. And like you still, like for you, hey, I want to make a skate edit or I want to make like a skate vibes video. So you still get to go do the thing and film it, but then like fit it into maybe.
It's how you package it. Yeah, no, dude,
It's how you package it.
Yeah, it's how you package it. And people could not know, or that, like, how you package it makes it fit in the channel. You know? Again,
Which kind of gets back to what we were talking about, which is like second channel syndrome. Potentially, I don't agree with unless it really is like this just can't fit the packaging. But if it can fit the packaging, why not just keep it in the same packaging?
Yeah.
If you're just being Patrick, keep it in the same packaging. You know?
I think that maybe is a lot of what we called out is the ones that were like they should combine. Their packaging was like pretty similar.
Yeah.
Like Patrick, both channels, like the packaging is pretty similar from what I've seen. Like you're still in a talking head setup. I've seen you sit there. Like everything is familiar. Same with Schaefer, like to a certain extent, but like, you know, it definitely more lo-fi.
I've seen you wear that beanie before.
Yeah, and maybe it's because of, like, we watch the podcast as well and see him his hot takes. So it's like, oh, it just makes sense that like you're gonna put out a video on a hot take, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's not different from something that you would say versus like I've never seen. I mean, granted, I've heard Eric talk about running, but I've never like I don't know, like watched wanted to watch a whole thing about it and like a breakdown of that. So I guess that's where it differs.
Yeah. I mean, I did like his video breaking down the cinematography of that video.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's what I
sorry.
was there for. Was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this lighting's cool. You know, all natural light. So I'm kind of picking up on like, okay, how would you shoot this? You know, a lot of backlit stuff.
I was
or
talking
whatever,
specifically
but-
like on his second channel. Like,
right.
yeah, like that packaging.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go
is
watch it.
different, I guess. Even
Yeah.
though it's still cinematic, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. This hurts my brain.
It hurts my brain. I feel like there's like a formula here that we're super close to discovering, and like another week of sitting on it, and I could like articulate it in a sentence. But it definitely has something in the lines of the packaging has to make sense, or like if
Just
it
bleep it
can
out.
fit. The
Whoever's
packaging.
editing this, just bleep out whatever's Jake's saying, so he sounds so smart, and it's totally top secret. So it's just like the secret sauce is G D
is D. Dude, I lost my train of thought. Though.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. You're
So
good,
the
you're
secret
good.
sauce is frequency.
But what's the frequency piece? Just sticking with it and just like being like, it's got like, you want to be on a channel that you can be consistent with.
Yeah, like if you are making running videos every Monday or every month, you know.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, one, can this be a series and can it fit into my current channel?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
can I package this running thing into my channel every single month? And it's like, okay, well, maybe every month I'm not going to make a breakdown video of how I made this video. So no, I just kind of want to do like some vlog style stuff. Sometimes I want to do some like whatever, like just running content. So no, it doesn't fit, and I can't make it fit into the same package.
Yeah.
So if I want to continue to do it, then at a frequency, not just a one-off, then it has to be a second.
Yeah.
That's my like that's one step of this equation for me, in my perspective.
For sure. I agree with that.
Okay, what was your hot take perspective that I totally sidetracked you on?
Well, it wasn't a hot take. I was just trying to like get it into words of like what, because I guess ultimately, here's again, I still want to like form those thoughts and like we'll revisit them, but like ultimately what we're getting at here is I guess I'm looking at like even my channel. I mean, we're looking at your channel, my channel, and I feel like I'm trying to come up with a definition that justifies why I don't have a second channel when I do some pretty second channel behavior, I guess.
Yo, what classifies as second channel behavior?
I don't know, an entire vodcast that like has pretty consistent packaging and I just shove it in with the rest of everything I do.
Valid. But does it packages well in your channel though. That's the tough thing. That's a toughie.
That's the argument I keep telling everyone, but I don't know. Am I kidding myself? That's what I'm trying to piece apart.
You know,
that's what I say. I say, you know what, like the channel right now, which it hasn't always been this way, but the channel right now is editing, and that totally fits the banner. You know, like one day I might be teaching you something in DaVinci. This week I might be telling you what I like about DaVinci 19, or you know, I might be talking with an editor. Like it's all under the same umbrella. It's just very. To me, I'm trying to make it feel like the series thing, and maybe that's what I need to focus on: is how do I get the packaging to fit the series model, like we're talking about.
Okay, one more. Sorry, I'm trying to wrap this up. I promise. But
dude, you're good.
Do you know who Tyler Stallman is?
Yes,
it's somebody I would love to talk to. He also has a second channel, but he
stopped it.
He also had a podcast channel, which I think may have just been the second channel.
That was the second channel, was his podcast channel.
But,
and he brought it into his big one.
That's what I'm saying, because YouTube put the thing, the like tab now that you can like label as a podcast. And I would love to know like how it's affected him and his main channel. If it has, or like just what he's seen in the back end. I would love to get his 2 cents on it.
We should have looked closer at his numbers before we did this. I did not even think of him, and he would be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't have him on the list, but how do you feel about him bringing it in? I personally am totally okay with it.
Dude, it makes total sense. Makes total sense.
It's like, because I love his show.
Even on his second channel, he would do hot takes like Clubhouse versus podcasts, or like I guess just like more unfiltered talks. And I feel like that's also like a consistent thing that people think that they need to go elsewhere to do, to be like, I just want to be raw and sit at my desk and like give a hot take. And it's like, yep. Okay, you don't need to cut to a B cam, or you don't need to cut to B-roll. Like, I think after a certain point, once you've established yourself to be like, hey, I'm like an authority on photography or like tech or whatever, like, here's my, like, I can prove it. I got videos in the catalog to prove it.
Yeah.
Here's my hot take.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I think no second channel.
No second channel.
Would love to know how it goes, though. Would love to know how that works.
Would love to. And I love his main content, too. He's great. Yeah, he would be really interesting to talk to about that.
I'm going to send him a DM, see if he responds. I doubt he will, but...
Yeah, you can try.
Like, hey, man, can you tell me what the algorithm does and what's the best thing?
What's the best thing? Yeah.
Like, hey, man, should I start a second channel?
Hey, man, I was going to start a second channel and then you didn't. What's your thoughts on that?
Because, like, dude, to be fair, I wiped... I have a bunch of videos on the Creative Herd podcast channel, and I wiped them all. And I uploaded them all to my channel. And I have them all on private right now because I'm terrified of it. Because I'm just like, would that make more sense to bring that, to migrate that into and try this podcast tab? But something about that terrifies me. Because I'm like, okay, now you're adding like, you're segmenting so many things to be like, it's a tutorial, now it's a filmmaking channel, now it's a this, now it's a you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. It's a toughie.
I don't know. It's a toughie, dude. There is no answer. Which is where usually I land in this conversation, which is I'm just going to do whatever I want because it doesn't seem like there's a right answer. And I already have enough wasted time. Okay, wasted time's the wrong term. I've already spent an absolute metric butt ton of time on one channel. Why'd go try and do that with another one?
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know. Well, to be honest with you, like I think it was even last week, again, that video that I made, I was just like, man, I loved this video. I loved the packaging. I loved making it. I'm very tired afterwards, but I was just like, part of me was like, man, how do I feel about the podcast? How do I feel about the podcast? Like, do I even want to keep doing this? But then I was just like, I'm totally just thinking this way because of like the algorithm. But at the end of the day, like, I just like doing it. And it is about editing. So like, I'm just going to keep doing it, I think.
It's so hard not to think about the algo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish we could think about it without, because you're right. You're 100% right. Just do things.
Maybe that's my hottest take is like, if you're really concerned about the algorithm, like maybe just go make something and don't post it.
Dude, also your latest video is so good at attention.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Digital high five on that thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, your ability to keep the retention, I applaud.
I am glad you feel that way because it should be an incredibly boring topic, and I tried to juice it up real good.
Yeah, you did good. I see why it took a long time. For sure.
Well, that's exactly why, like, so yeah, and that's what I was hinting at earlier is I filmed a video, I think like the end of last week. So it's just like, like I gotta keep this shit trucking. And I just like sat at my desk and like filmed some A-roll on like, hey, what are features about 19 that I like? Because, some of those features were pretty important in the making of the previous video. So I was like, yeah, this is still on brand, still fits whatever. But then I'm just like watching it back and I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't like watching myself this version very much. Like, do I need to just like take a break until I've recharged and go full bore and make it the way I made the last one? I don't know.
Damn. I feel you.
We'll see though.
All right.
I might just need to do the intro, but
I think we start second channels and just cut to black on this one.
well, this is going to the second channel, right? So, bye.